Hey everybody, welcome back to that Boondocking Diva. So after we hung out with Frankie and Limo at Stone Mountain, we had so much fun hanging out with Miss Susie and Miss Frankie. We were packing up, getting ready to check out, and head over to Warthen RV Park over in Warthen, Georgia. And so we pulled up. Probably around midday the next day, and probably more like the later afternoon. But hung out there for a good day with Frankie, Joy Route, and she connected us with another van lifer, wonderful lady called Andrea. You've probably already heard about her on Frankie's channel with Big Blue. Hey everybody, this is that Boondocking Diva hanging out with the Joy Route Frankie, and we want to learn how to build a campfire. So Frankie is here with us at Warthen RV Park in Warthen, Georgia, and we got Andrea with Big Blue here. She's in her rig. We got the Joy Route with Limo, and we got that Boondocking Diva with Moonshine. So here comes the campfire.
Yeah, this is the cheater part. You just get some fire starter. There are some people that are disabled, like you can go to a church and they make this stuff, and if you ever wanted to support them, you could do that. But you can just go to Walmart and get these little fire starters.
Fire starters.
Yeah, and
can we see that brand again?
It's a fire starter. You get like a box, maybe a 50 or 20, I don't even know, for like $5.
Okay.
Yeah, and I usually put two. You put it under, like you put one right there, put the wood on top. I should have bought more wood because last night I used half of a pack.
Okay.
And so I just do this.
The little lighter. And the fire. Oh, okay.
And this thing.
So the fire starter makes the fire start
sooner. It makes it start sooner. With wood, you would take all day just fooling around with it, and you put a wood on top of it. They said to build it like around it, like here, and put one. They said to build a fort around this fire. And right now, if we wanted to cook something, we could. If we
like marshmallows and stuff.
We definitely could do that. We could definitely do marshmallows or something like that.
Yeah, that's coming up real good.
Yeah, and it's going. They said to put it like in the middle.
Okay.
And that's what gets it going.
We're gonna circle around.
Yeah.
Get a good look at how everything is laid out.
Yes.
Frankie's doing a wonderful job.
Thank you. I want a video too.
Beautiful, beautiful,
so that's pretty
beautiful.
much it.
Right, so signing off. That is pretty much how you do a campfire. And that is by the Joy Route Frankie. All right? Bye, y'all. So after Warthen, we were on to Sweet Home, Alabama. And even though we didn't stop, we did get to see lots of nice parts of the Gulf State Park. We just kind of drove through, and then we boondocked at a Cracker Barrel in your hotel, had some dinner, got up the next morning, and we were on to the next state, Louisiana. And again, we did the same thing. We just kind of drove through the French Quarter, lots of great scenery in NOLA, and love how they put together their buildings and all the great places to eat. We did not stop and eat. We were just passing through because, again, the goal is get to Arizona. That was our goal, but we wanted to enjoy some scenery along the way, and that we did. Wonderful scenery in Louisiana. And so after that, let's see, where were we headed to? Well, Texas, yeah. We were headed to Texas, and Texas is just full of surprises for us. We ran into many canyons, yes. The Cape Rock Canyon State Park has bison, like just roaming free. Like it was such an experience to see that. And so we enjoyed seeing the bison and the canyons. They look just like Grand Canyon, except they're like mini canyons. And so we got out, took some pictures together, and the bison, I think, got our attention. And so by the time we got done looking at all the canyons and the house, we were super surprised that there were canyons in Texas. Like we just kind of accidentally ran into them because they were on the way to Arizona. They were on our path. if we were taking I-40 to Arizona, we would just naturally run into the Cape Rock Canyons. And so we saw the bison on the way in, bison on the way out, and we just decided, you know what, it was getting late, let's go ahead and camp here. So we found out how much it cost to camp, and it was a little scary because I've never boondocked in like a state park, like where there's nobody else around. There were a few cars around, and in fact, the next morning, there was a little birdie kept hopping on my mirror, and yeah, that was a wonderful experience. We were pleasantly surprised by how easy it was. We had a little to drink that night because it was so dark, pitch dark, and there were hardly any neighbors around. But yeah, we really enjoyed it, and we were off to another mini canyon. So while we were still in Texas, we found the second largest canyon in the world. So Grand Canyon is the largest, right? But Palo Duro Canyon State Park is the second largest in the United States. And we were like, wow. The fact that we were on I-40 and ran into this was like just a huge surprise and a very, very pleasant surprise. So we spent a lot of time taking pictures. The lady at the front when we checked in said, hey, make sure we told her that we were going to the Grand Canyon. She said, hey, make sure you call ahead to the Grand Canyon because we've heard, you know, things. Her father wasn't able to get in when he showed up at the Grand Canyon. So we did call ahead, did find out that the Grand Canyon is limited, but it is open for daily use. And so we're good to go with that. But yeah, we really, really, really enjoyed the Palo Duro Canyon State Park, took lots of pictures. And while we were there, I ended up having to check my oil because my engine started making this crazy, 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 crazy sound. And we were enjoying ourselves, but I started getting just a little stressed about, you know, because I know I had already had an oil change. And so I'm like, what the heck is going on? I gotta stop, check my oil, call my husband, and we talked through it. And it looks like my oil was okay, but my car was making this crazy engine jumping sound, almost like it was vibrating, like at this unusual speed. And so I'm just like, okay, I know it's cold. Let me check the oil. Let me make sure let me just do what I can do. And so at that point, we're like, okay, at some point I got to stop and try to get an oil change because my system was telling me to check the oil, even though I had just had one done. So no oil change places were open on Sunday in Texas, so we headed off to New Mexico because we saw a few Valvolines open on Sunday. Good morning, everybody. This is that Boondocking Diva coming at you from, wow, we made it to New Mexico. Yeah, we made it to New Mexico. So what you're seeing right now on the ground is actually snow. Yes. I'm from Florida, and I ain't seen snow in a long time. It's not that much here, but this is what we're dealing with right now. We're at 19 degrees, y'all, this morning. 19 degrees in New Mexico, specifically Gallup, New Mexico. And as I zoom in, you can see some mountains over across the street from Walmart. We boondocked here last night. But yeah, Miss Susie is in Walmart now, checking out some things. I think she's trying to find some cheap wine. She loves her Arbor Mist. So yeah, here is what we're working with. Hey everybody, so as I mentioned, we are now in New Mexico, boondocking at a Walmart. We slept here last night. Miss Susie is still in there looking for some Arbor Mist, good old cheap wine, I guess. But yeah, I'm gonna zoom around and show you just some of the footage. So yeah, they've got some really, really nice rock. I don't know if it's rock, just rock hills or mountains or whatever, but it's so beautiful here. in New Mexico, even at this Walmart. It's like, I'm just going to zoom around and show you some of the rock that surrounds this Walmart. And it's just beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Of course, the regular Walmart, of course, but if I kind of drop down and see if I can catch some of it through the windshield. There we go. There we go. So yeah, this Walmart is surrounded by beautiful, beautiful views of just mountain, canyon, whatever you want to call it. And then, you know, stores and stuff around it. But I love the view around here. We passed by so many nice places coming from Albuquerque, New Mexico. And yeah, I'll have some footage. I'll show some footage as I'm talking through this. But yeah, I love the sight of these extra rocks and canyon and mountain and all that good stuff. Love it, love it, love it. All right, so a quick update on how we're doing. So the reason we are still in New Mexico is because I had to get an oil change. Yeah, so it's 19 degrees right now, and my van is like, what the heck are you doing to me? Coming from Florida, we ain't never seen this kind of temperature. So anyway, it's fine right now. But yesterday, Sunday, we were in Texas, and no Valvolines. That's where I get my oil changes done, because I love staying in my van while they do the oil change, rather than having to get out and leave your vehicle. So yeah, so yesterday or Sunday, and probably for the past 5 days, my nice little dashboard here was telling me, hey, you need an oil change, you need an oil change. But I had just had an oil change done right before I left for this trip. And so I was like, what is going on? Why do I need an oil change? And so what I ended up doing was going over to Valvoline, the same place that I got the original oil change. And, you know, they were like, yeah, you got too much oil. We don't know how that happened, but you got too much oil. You're only supposed to have 5.9 quarts, I think. And I had 7. I had 7 quarts of oil in my van. And so it was choking, basically, I think. Like, it was making this weird shaky sound. And the fact that my you know, dashboard was notifying me that I needed an oil change after, you know, having a fresh one, it was like frustrating. I was like, what the heck is going on? So anyway, we made it to Valvoline. We got an oil change, and I am super, super, super happy that we got that done, and we are back on the road so that we can head off to wonderful, wonderful, wonderful Arizona. So a lot has happened. I did want to just give a quick update on how we got from Georgia all the way here. As you can see, I have my passenger seat swiveled. It really helps with, let me zoom out some if I can. So anyway, yeah, I'm gonna zoom around to the back. You can see I got my little window open over there. We got our water so we can stay hydrated, I should say. The air is so dry here, from Texas to, wow, I think the dry air started in Texas. Yeah, and so I'm just like, oh, good grief. It has dried up my skin, Miss Susie's skin. And so yeah, we are just like, okay, we gotta, you know, moisturize our face more. But yeah, anyway, as you can see, we have not been eating quite healthy, but hey, it is what it is, y'all. We're on a road trip. Haven't used the air fryer yet, but we are almost there. Got some little presents Christmas presents from the Joy Route, Frankie, that we're gonna open soon. And then the bed situation has changed. Starting in Texas, we're doing the side-by-side beds. I did love hanging out in my front cocoon Gonna hit some lights real quick so we can see what's back there. But yeah, I love the cocoon that I was using. I'm gonna show some pictures of that as well. Yeah, so Miss Susie's side is on the right. And we just basically leave this up. Instead of letting it come all the way down to a bed, we leave it up so that she can have her side, and we can still have walk room to get to the restroom at night. In the middle, I moved the ottoman that I had on this side, on the left side. I moved it so that it's in the middle and we can still use the battery that's inside it. Our can't quite see it, but you can see, hopefully, let me show. Yeah, down in there. But yeah, that allows us to use our electric blankets at night, keeps us nice and toasty. You can see our vitamins, we're staying stocked up on our one-a-days and vitamin C, so we don't get any kind of viruses or bugs or anything. But yeah, it's been really, really nice to lay flat. I should say that's really the reason that motivated me. And that's, you know, I really wanted to experiment. That's really what it was about, is I wanted to see what it was like to sleep in the front and then have 2 separate beds at the back as well, to see which one I like better. And so far, you know, if I zoom around to the front, you know, you can't see the bed, but I'm going to show you a picture of what I was working with when I was sleeping up there. And it was pretty comfortable. The only thing is, I wasn't flat. And so, you know how it is. When you sleep like that for a couple days, maybe a week, you're ready for a real bed. And so the fact that we switched the beds around and, you know, made so that we can both have a flat surface, I think is super helpful. Excuse all the junk over there. But yeah, the refrigerator is full. We are stocked up with not necessarily all healthy stuff, but that's okay. We had Chinese, we had barbecue, all kinds of stuff. Some of this we actually need to throw out. And then up here, you can see we got some ice cream. We got some ice cream sandwiches. We got some steak and cheese. We got some chili. Yeah, we like different kinds of ice cream, so that is what it is. So even in the cold weather, we are still trying to do some ice cream. So here's the calendar. This past week, we basically went from Georgia to Alabama to Louisiana, and each week I'm changing this up. Today is the 21st, so it's about time for me to update this so that we can finish tracking what we're going to do for the rest of, we have about, let's see, the 21st, we're probably going to start heading back to Florida after Christmas. So we'll have a good 5 days to get back to Florida. And I think it should be relaxing enough that, you know, it's not going to be stressful for either one of us. I'll be driving probably 6 or 7 hours a day, maybe 6 at the most, probably. So this is how the bathroom is looking. I'm not sure if I showed this the last time, but I kind of tried to decorate it a bit so that Miss Susie and I had plenty of room to kind of put stuff that we needed. You can see I got some storage on the right, like I've always had. Nothing new here. See if I can zoom out. So I think I'm standing too close. And then on the wall, I added this new storage that you saw earlier. These are just shoe hanging. This is just a shoe hanger you can buy from Walmart, and it allows me to hang all kinds of stuff. It's Velcroed to the wall. For the most part, we love Texas. We love New Mexico, and we'll be showing all kinds of footage. I'm not sure what this RV is doing right here. I saw this one earlier at Walmart, but looks like they are fixing something. Hope he doesn't have a flat tire. Jeez. I just saw him boondocking last night. Oh, yeah. Looks like he's getting some help. So it's not like he's by itself. Alright, so anyway, the update is basically we made it from Georgia. We spent some time with Joy Route, Frankie, in Warthen, Georgia. It is a black-owned RV park, and I'll be showing some footage of that, just quick footage of how the park looks and everything. But we left because we knew we had to get back. We had to make this trip to trying to make it to the Grand Canyon, and then get back to our families by New Year's Day. Before New Year's Day, we're trying to make it back and then get back to our jobs. So we had to leave Warthen. It looks like everything's fine with the RV over here. Anyway, I am signing out. This is that Boondocking Diva, and go explore, enjoy your holidays, and you know, if you get a chance to do a road trip, I'm loving this. I you know, I would gift this to all of you if I could, this trip. All right, so stay tuned for updates from the Grand Canyon, probably next week. Bye, everybody. Thanks for watching. All right, take care, live your life, and as always, if you love the boondock, if you love to boondock, if you love to camp, don't let anybody get in the way of your dream. That Boondocking Diva signing out.